The timing for this feels almost too good to be true. Ethan Klein and the H3H3 podcast just hosted Pokimane on their show, and she responds to some of the stuff that I was talking about in my previous video, and she somehow sounded worse on the H3 podcast than she sounds on Twitter when she basically calls any of her critics or detractors sexist pigs. And it literally gets to a point on this podcast where you stare at your screen in disbelief that you're watching autonomous adult humans communicate and they have like original thoughts going on in their head. It's like almost something you can't fully grasp. So yeah, this podcast was an absolute train wreck, and we're gonna look at almost all of the Pokimane segments that matter. I actually debated just streaming myself reacting to the entire podcast with Pokimane in it, but I could not watch 3 hours of Pokimane and H3H3 without trained EMS on standby. Watching 3 hours of this would 360 no-scope my mental health and give me rapid onset depression, so I would need like a trained EMS to make sure that I'm safe. Anyway, before we watch this, if you could take 5 seconds to leave a like on this video and subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. We are super close to 400,000 subscribers where I will be doing my face reveal, and YouTube has recently suppressed me in the algorithm, so if you could help me out here, I would appreciate it. Let's get started.
And this dude, I don't know who he is, says, my platform lets me get away with anything starter pack, which, and again, it's like clockwork. Anytime a girl gets into trouble, there's this you and her and being like, look at these two. These are the two worst.
I mean, I feel like it's, to be 100% with you, I don't even think these people hate me. I think I'm just really easy Twitter bait. Honestly.
Yeah.
What in the Stockholm Syndrome? Okay, Pokimane, I hate to break it to you, but people who criticize you, most of the time, it's because you deserve it. You know, I can make a video on Sniper Wolf and it gets a lot of views. I can make a video on you and it gets a lot of views. But people who criticize you don't just do it because it gets a lot of views. They do it because you're genuinely worthy of criticism. If we were talking about, like, Mr. Beast, that makes more sense, because there are people out there who make videos hating on Mr. Beast and criticizing Mr. Beast, who I genuinely don't feel like if they saw Mr. Beast in person, they'd have a problem with him because he's not a bad person, okay? And the reason that those videos exist is just for views. They know that just by making the hot take of, oh, Mr. Beast is bad, they can get some views. But the thing is, with Pokimane, it's really not a hot take to say that she's kind of a slimy manipulator and that she has skeletons in her closet. That's not like a hot take.
I think I'm just really easy Twitter bait. Honestly.
Yeah.
After like the Keemstar, the Leafy, the whatever, there's just always going to be some people who don't like me, who are easy to clickbait, yeah.
Implicit in what she's saying and the way she's saying it is that if you criticize her, the criticism you're levying is totally vapid, because you're not the first person to do it, okay? There's the Keemstars, the Leafies, people of that ilk. And I think because Pokimane is so desensitized to criticism because she's been on the internet for a while and she's made so many mistakes that have been criticized, that every single time criticism is brought up now that doesn't threaten her career or threaten her status as an influencer, she just rolls her eyes and shrugs. And I am telling you, if there was a big enough criticism campaign against Pokimane, no matter what it was, if it was big enough, she would bend the knee. I mean, she brings up Leafy. She literally dropped an apology video because of the videos that Leafy made against her. And look at the way she's talking about it now. She's like, oh yeah, there's always gonna be the Leafies and whatever, so nonchalantly and passively, as if at the time she wasn't totally at Leafy's mercy. And now that Leafy's long gone from YouTube and Pokimane is still kind of relevant, she has the upper hand and she controls the narrative.
Seems, I don't know what they're comparing it to.
I think I'm just known as like the Twitch girl, you know? So a lot of the Twitch stuff will just be like affiliated with me. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Thank you, Gila. Very insightful. But are you not the Twitch girl? I'm so confused. You are the Twitch girl. If there's a male face of Twitch, it's probably XQC. And if there's a female face of Twitch, it's Pokimane. So you are the Twitch girl, and that's fine. I mean, if anything, that's a great position to be in. Financially, you're pretty much set for the rest of your life. And honestly, your entire lineage from now on is going to be set. But let's just face the fact, you're going to receive special treatment. Here's the truth. If you get banned or suspended for something, and then you submit an appeal for that ban, you're going to get a response within like 2 to 3 business days, where I know much smaller streamers who have had to wait upwards of a year to get a response on their ban appeals. She received a slap on the wrist, a 48-hour suspension for streaming full-length episodes of Avatar: The Last Airbender on her stream. I don't know, I just don't believe most other streamers would get such little punishment for egregiously violating copyright law that way.
That's gotta be really annoying.
It is, but I mean,
Gross.
I'm glad that I at least said something this time. Because usually it's the kind of thing that I would just like ignore.
Yeah, because sometimes it's not even worth it, right?
Yeah.
To say something.
I mean, what can you say? The people that hate you are going to hate you anyways. And the people that know otherwise are...
It's just so predictable. I see it so many times where it's like there's just a group of fucking dudes that just band together to harass women. And it happens on the internet all the time. These crusty fucking incels.
Bro. Bro. Is Ethan Klein really allowed to call other men incels? Like, is that just feels like it should be illegal. Like, friendly fire type thing. So he's saying that there's a group of guys who hate Pokimane who presumably aren't getting much action with women in real life. I don't know. The word just loses a lot of the sting that it should have when it's being weaponized by someone like Ethan Klein. Because it's like, you're telling me, Ethan, that if you and I go to a bar and we sit down, like, girls are gonna come up to me and say, who's your friend? Is he single? Like, I don't know, bro. No offense. I just don't see it happening. And does anyone seriously believe that, like, if you criticize Pokimane, you don't like women? That's just such a delusional thing to say. I can't help but get a little worked up, you know? It's so stupid. It's so fundamentally dumb. You can criticize any single person who has done something wrong or has a track record of doing wrong things, no matter what group they're a part of, no matter what their race is, religion is, gender is, anything. I don't understand why if you criticize somebody, people look at the group they're a part of and think you're attacking that group. It does not make sense.
I do want to say, like, I'm not perfect. I've 100% made mistakes, but those mistakes are either things that I've already owned up to, or also things that if I don't get banned for them, another male streamer will also not get banned for them, you know? Twitch will ban people depending on like the severity and the frequency of something that you do. So sometimes people are like, she accidentally showed like something inappropriate on stream once, you know? And I haven't gotten banned for that. A lot of male streamers haven't gotten, and obviously it was an accident, so.
I really think that's a total straw man. I've never heard someone make a video be like, oh, Pokimane accidentally clicked a link in her chat that brought her to an inappropriate website, banned her from the platform. I've never heard someone say that. Think of the biggest videos that criticize Pokimane. Think of the biggest tweets that criticize Pokimane. Have any of them ever brought up the fact that she may have like accidentally clicked something and what, that should cost her career? No one has said that. Every video that I've made, every video that I can think of that criticizes Pokimane brings up a repeated display of reckless behavior that goes unpunished due to a very clear double standard on Twitch.
Yeah.
Right, I remember people were angry, which is another interesting theory. They go, I wish Twitch was more punitive.
But if it was your favorite streamer, you probably wouldn't wish that.
Because that's what they're advocating for. They're saying, yo, why didn't Pokey get in trouble because she accidentally showed nudity? That's what we want. We want more people getting in trouble, not less.
Who the fuck has ever said that? Who has actually said we want more banning? That makes no sense. If anything, the people that have criticized Pokimane have been banned. Gideon, banned. Leafy, banned. Do you really think those people would be pro-deplatforming? Like, what? Like, the person who watched both Leafy's videos and Gideon's streams and now can't do either of those things because they've both been banned from those platforms? You think they're just gonna sit there and be pro-deplatforming? Like, that makes no sense. Now, just to be fair, there might be a tiny handful of people that are spiteful and would be like, oh, get wrecked, you got banned, Pokey. But in general, if people are being morally consistent, I don't think that, you know, they would want more banning.
Also, I didn't know, but you had a spat with Bobby, who's also a fixture on our show, Boblex.
Who?
We call Boblex. We call him Bobby.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Oh, man, the guy that you literally copyright struck and broke YouTube's terms of service by filing a false copyright strike. Okay, yeah. Oh, man. I get that she doesn't like him because, he's critical of her, but at the end of the day, you literally copyright strike this guy when he had, 100,000 subscribers. You're still sitting out the top with, 4 million subs on Twitch or followers on Twitch. It's like, you really need to do that? I can't get over that.
Wait, I just want to give a special shout out to Keemstar, who's the lucky owner of 250 Boblax.
Congrats, dude.
For real?
He stuck it to us.
He owned you, dude.
That's a funny story.
We did a gag where we bought a bunch of his plushies because he needed 500 to meet the threshold to get it made. And then he said some dumb shit. I forget what. But we're like, fuck it, we're going to cancel our plushie order. And then King
She just really finds it funny whenever this guy's life gets fucked up, doesn't she? Like, oh, let me copyright strike this guy. Teehee. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm getting called out for this. Oh, wait, it's going viral that I copyright strike this guy. Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. Literally, this guy gets screwed over by H3 Podcast. They lie to him. They fake fund his plushie, and then they like do a rug pull basically on him. And she's giggling about that too. Like, literally, you suck, Pokimane. You suck.
Star, I guess, trying to stick it to me.
Bought them?
250.
That's crazy.
It still happened, and that fucking
That's
idiot
such good lore.
spent like $7,000.
Wow.
Got a
He
bar.
showed you, dude.
He
That
sure,
is-
yeah, you got
I'm not gonna lie, Boblax has been tweeting about me since 2017.
Oh my god.
Like a hot minute.
So Pokey uploaded a video, or did you or someone did? Yeah, you did. Where she's eating a banana, and she covers it because she's like, the internet's so fucking crazy that me eating a banana.
So the whole joke of the clip is like how female streamers eat bananas, and if you play it, I turn my camera off and turn it back on quickly, and the banana goes like down and down, and so I won't even like actually eat it on stream because people
Here's the short.
are kooky and will sexualize anything.
I'd be careful, Pokey. I don't know how many of the people you just described are also the ones getting your Tier 3 subscriptions. Fact, 90% of Pokimane Tier 3 subs unsubscribe right before Pokimane... Okay, alright, who wrote this? Who made this? Guys, this is not funny. Anyways, though, free Boblax. I had to take up arms to defend my boy Boblax today. I'm not letting that guy get harassed by this much bigger streamer. It's just not cool. And yeah, if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I got another burp coming, so I'm gonna end this video.